back tomorrow this morning. Good morning, and thanks for supporting me in this show. So let me say good morning to everybody around the world and say thank you that you joined this show, and we can talk about together about the different tradings and trading ideas or more around trading. So I hope you're doing good and a great day and a great start into this day wherever you are. Maybe in Asia it's already afternoon or noon, and in Australia it's afternoon. So wherever you are, welcome, and I'm really happy and glad that you join your precious lifetime with me this morning again. So as you know, we stream this show live on YouTube. So if you watch it right now or maybe later as recording, then you find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe this channel so you will never miss an episode from this morning show or from Jens or Paul, the webinars. You know, we have awesome webinars around the week, through the rest of the week about different topics. And yeah, we will appreciate it a lot if you give us a like, thumb up, or if you leave a comment below this video right now. And in the chat, I can see Frank, Joachim, Don, Ananya, nice to meet you here. Barry, good morning. And of course, on Zoom, I'm really happy to have you here. So let me share my screen with you and let me fix the chat so I can see the chat, and of course, so I can see the names. I can see who is with me this morning. So good morning, David. Good morning, Marie-Louise and Ian. Wonderful. Good morning. So feel free to ask on YouTube or on Zoom, whatever is in your mind. So what do we expect today? Yeah, the most important thing is already over. It's Australian cash rate decision. So they left the actual at 0.1. So it's over. So there was not really kind of movement in the market, but we will have a look at the Australian dollar, US dollar right now. So that's what we expect today. So we'll see on Tuesday for today, no more interesting upcoming events. Tomorrow it's a little bit more important because tomorrow we expect the rate decision, interest rate decision of Bank of Canada. Okay, let me show you, and this absolutely news from Admirals. So if you want to make copy tradings, then you can join this site, admiralmarkets.com, start trading, copy trading subscribers. So you can follow any traders, or you can bring up your own trading ideas and other people can follow you. So it's a cool idea if you want to learn about other traders or whatever it is. So join this site. And by the way, you can join a lot of other ideas, and I will come up with that very soon. Okay, so time to go to the charts. And here we go. In 10 minutes, you know, the DAX, by the way, this is what it looks like right now. So on the right side of the chart, we have this uptrend. 1, 2, 3, it's a fourth trend arm. And you know, in the fourth trend arm, we can do it. So the price is not that much expensive. So we can expect that we will reach the last point 2 again. So it was a possibility. You see, there were a couple of balance candles. That was the idea this morning, round about 650, around about close to 7, to go up and to reach the point 2 in 10 minutes. So this is a good idea. And as you know, we make live trading the rest of the day with different updates. So if you want, it's a completely free live trading room here on Traders Yard. It's called Dowhow Live Trading Room, and it's just only based on this live morning briefing show with the account of Admirals. So we have 211 participants right now, after 3 weeks, and that makes me really happy. And we have a really high level to share our ideas together. You see, that's the screen, that's the chat, and you see here is my schedule for today. You see when I will come up with any ideas or with any updates. So feel free to join. It's completely free, and we build up from a morning show. We will talk about the rest of the day in this, and that's really free of charge for you. Okay, I trade DAX in hourly chart on my private account. So here it's a little bit more easy because that's on the right side. It's a bit interesting. Look, we have 3 trends. So let me check it. So you have this main trend on the left side. We started in mid of August. So in hourly chart, by the way. So you see that's the trend with 0.2, the last 0.2, the correction, then big move. That's the last 0.2, 16,000, around about 16,000 euros by one future contract. Then we have a deep correction, which led us down to the last 0.3 without a close, which means no trend break. And it's still a young trend. But this correction were running by its own downtrend, you see. Therefore, I pointed it out with the red trend. So, and the red trend is its own correction, yeah, and will break above here at 15,981. So, and the correction of this corrective trade is still running in its own uptrend. And the last one is indeed running in the same direction like the main trend. So we have 3 trends, and you see it's the best idea to trade always with the main trend. And you see, maybe you get in here roundabout, yeah, then you can participate from this big move to the upper side. So I was waiting for the secondary or the third trend here right now. And the third trend has its own correction. So therefore I started a trade with my target at the 0.2 and more targets at the big 0.2 from the main trend. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm a bit in profit. The purple line means this is my mental stop, they call it soft stop, and my hard stop is at the last 0.3 with the question mark. This is what I'm doing in the hourly chart for the moment. Okay, so let's check the other trades, the other products we have in our focus. So first of all, let's start with crude oil in 4-hourly chart, and there is an interesting trading idea because you see this is my trend 1, 2, 3. It's a 4th trend arm. 4th trend arm means I can trade it again because there is the correction. There is a couple of balance candles, which means I can speculate that we reach the 0.2 again. The price doesn't matter because the price is just a kind of orientation. So the rules means 4th trend arm, it's allowed to speculate on a trend continuation up to the 0.2. In the let's see, gold. And the gold price will come up hopefully very soon. Okay. You will or you will not. Okay, let's see Euro USD. Okay, cool. Then let's do it in hourly chart. Here in hourly chart. That's the oil price in hourly chart. So, and in hourly charts, there is no trading idea because, yeah, maybe gold is sold out. That's possible, absolutely possible. So Let's see. Okay, here we go. So in hourly chart, you know, it's too old. Move, correction, move, correction. So that's the trend. And you see that's much way too old. So therefore in hourly chart, there is no trading idea. Maybe it's a bit more short because you see there's the downtrend in hourly chart. So that's the correction. And with the next balance candles, maybe we can go down to the last point too. For the hourly chart traders in crude oil, this is a short for the moment, but it's included at the old long trend. So a bit carefully, but in hourly chart, the point of control is up. So a little bit tricky. So you have to trade what you see on the right side of the chart and always down to the point two. So let's see if gold is working right now. Oh, here we go. So in gold, but you see the trend is, there's nothing changed since yesterday. So because the trend is too old, so we come up here, you see that's an old trend, as you can see. So there's no trading idea because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trend arm. We are circling around the point of control in hourly chart. There is, of course, nothing to do. So, and in Euro USD, also, of course, because though there's maybe a downtrend. Yeah. Oh, there's a trend break. Yes, there was a trend break exactly here at the last 0.3, which means now we have a downtrend. So, and this is the downtrend move, correction, move, correction. So look at this. There were the balance candles, and the target, of course, is 0.2, and more than that, the point of control. So there was the chance this morning, early in the morning. So if you are trading hourly chart, that was the chance. So, and now let's check it again, because some of you trade in 4-hourly chart. So that's the 4-hourly chart in Euro USD. So there is the trend to old. In gold, I'll check it out. Let's see if it works right now. Yeah, here you go. So in 4-hourly chart, it's also too old. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing to do in 4-hourly chart. In crude oil, we said there's a chance to go long. So therefore, I have a position 1, 2, 3, 4th trend arm. So I have a pending order there to go up to the last point 2. And yeah, and in Dow Jones, I have an open position. And yeah, it's a bit circling around my entry, a bit in profit. So, and you see, I set pending, I set my soft stop about the last candle. So there is not really a close below my purple line, which means my soft stop. So there is no reason to trail my stop for the moment, just waiting for a trend continuation and to reach the point of high and maybe this great support here or this great resist here on this side. So that's the final target. And let's see what happens today. Yesterday, there was no trading in USA about the Labor Day, by the way. So actually it was a really, really calm day. So, and you see, it could be sometimes really confusing, by the way, if you, if you see it not in the right way. So yesterday I talked about confusion. And before we go to the running trades in 4-hourly chart, and if Anna, if you're ready for a rumble, we can open the poll of today, because my question is, and it's about the question of Anna, because she helped me with my English, by the way. Are you still getting very emotional while trading? So this is a big question. So feel in yourself and be honest to yourself. So are you still getting very emotional while trading? So 3 answers. Unfortunately, yes. Oh, no, not anymore. Be honest to yourself, by the way. And you're not a robot. So, and I'm still working on it. So take your time to take the right answer. And on YouTube, we can see it too, by the way. Okay, so while you check it out, so let's see in the 4-hourly chart. So I opened a position in US dollar, Canadian dollar, because there was a new trend and the first possible idea to go short. So they got me out this morning. So and actually I see Canada is really weak and the US dollar is really strong. So therefore I set my stop, my purple line, my mental stop above there. So if I will have a close there, I will cut it immediately and I will have a look for a new entry because the trend is still young. That's my first possible entry. So, and we know the first trend arm where we can get in is the highest probability to reach the 0.2. So unfortunately, they pulled me in with a little bit spike. So however, the chance is still there. And if not, then I cut it and tried again. So Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, it's another running trade. So you see we are big in profit. Actually, there is that is the trend. So you see, that's the trend. And here we go. We sold half of our position, so we are basically safe. We cannot lose money, by the way. That's the next correction. And what is really important, there is no close. So we have no trend continuation, which means the stop loss must be placed below the last 0.3, which is confirmed. This 0.3 here is not confirmed yet because there's a question mark, because this 0.3 will be confirmed when we have a close above the last 0.2. So we don't have one yet. So just I leave the stop loss there. And because you see, we have a lot of space to go up. The last point of control, the current point of control is up 98.21. So I know there is a high volume zone, but as long as the point of control will not switch or move to the lower side, that's the final target. And we should not miss it. We need such great trades. So Canadian dollar, Japanese yen is still an open trade. We're still fighting with the point of high. Stop loss is above the last confirmed 0.3, and the point of control is still on the lower side. So, and as long as the point of control will not switch to another spot, we have to suppose that we reach it. So don't give up, be strong enough. Otherwise, we have to trail the stop loss. There is no, we cannot lose money, by the way. Then I have an open position Euro Canadian dollar. And this is working for me for the moment. You know, we have still this trend and it's still the first possible trend arm. And we have the highest probability, over 86%, that we reach this 0.2. So we cannot miss it. You know, I cannot miss trades because I need the money to recharge my account and bring it back into profit. It's a long way, but it will happen, I promise. And so we cannot miss it. So the purple line means my soft stop. Hard stop is below the last 0.3. And British pound Canadian dollar, almost the same. We had a new entry there. So we saw the stabilization at the point of control and also is the first possible trend arm. And you know, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. So there was no trend break, just always more volume on the buyer side here. And now there was a balanced candle, 3 candles before. There was a new entry possibility. So my trading idea or my entry was a bit higher with the last balanced candle. So here I'm a bit in loss, but still on track to continue the trend. So only 2 things must happen: trend continuation on the upper side or a trend break. In case of a trend break, there is my stop loss. In case of a trend continuation, we are happy and can celebrate that our strategy is working on a long run. by the way. So that's the 4 trades they are running for the moment. And let's have a look about the rate decision in Australian US dollar. Australian US dollar. So let's see. And yeah, there was US dollar, Australian US dollar. There was not really that much impact about the rate decision. You know, they left it at 0.1. So there's no changing, and the announcement was not really surprising. So in Australian US dollar, we have still this uptrend. Move correction. So still this one, and here we are on a big move. And of course, it could be an interesting chance, Australian US dollar, if we have a correction deeper than 38, then we can go up because the point of control in Australian US dollar is still up there in 4-hourly chart. So keep an eye on it that you don't miss it, because it is possible, in my opinion, that we go back to the point of low. Then we have a really interesting and deep correction. We have cheap prices, accumulation phase, and then we can go up into trend direction, because then it's 1, 2, 3, it's the 4th correction. And we are up to the point of control. So we should not miss this entry in case, of course, let's see about Fibonacci. So we measure it. So the last 0.3. So let's check it out if this was a trend continuation. Yeah, so that we have a close there. So that was the trend continuation. So this is my last 0.3. So, and you see, okay, price is actually at 38, but in the 4th trend arm, or in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th trend arm, we need a correction by close deeper than 38, and then a balance candle, and then let's go up. We need cheap prices, accumulation phase. In the 1st trend arm, it is allowed to avoid the price lower than 38, but not in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th trend arm. There we need a correction really, really deep. So there's a question of New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Let's see it. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So here we go. If you have an open position, by the way, and you see it's another proof about the point of control, you see, that's really cool. We came up from the green zone and go back to the point of control. So where was the trend? The trend was really cool. So start first. There is your 2nd trend arm. The first possibility to go in. There was a possible entry. Latest, there was a possible entry. And you see movement correction, movement correction, movement correction. You see, there must be the first. So of course, if you are in, then it's cool to sell half the proof of the position and to make the entry, make the trade safe. Yeah, until we reach the point of control exactly. And I'm quite sure it will happen. So maybe the price will come back a bit here to this zone, and then it's going up again and we reach the point of control. This could be a good idea, but it's really the best idea to sell half the position right now and take your money and be happy. That's cool, as long as you stuck to the rules. If you make money by breaking the rules, then you have to spend it. It's not your money. If you and my teacher taught me that, and he forced me every time I make money by breaking the rules, it was not longer my money. He forced me to take the money from the account and to spend it, And 3 times he forced me to go out of the street and gave anyone the money. So after the 3rd time, I said, not longer. So after the 3rd time, I never broke the rules again. So, but this is what I do with my own clients. If you make money by breaking the rules, you have to give it to another one. It's not your money, because you only deserve the money if you stick to the rules, by the way. Okay, so could you please analyze the pair British pound New Zealand dollar? Of course we can. Pound New Zealand dollar is this. So where we are, okay, we are on a downtrend, by the way, and it's a bit old downtrend. To be honest, nothing to do. British pound US dollar is this one. This is a bit more interesting. Look at this. Oh my gosh. You see, we hit the point of control exactly. Look at this one. Here we go. Oh, really? Really exactly. So what's about the trend? So this is, no, that wasn't it really. This is this one. So move, correction, move, correction. Yeah, it's 1, 2, the second arm, which means you can go long again with the next balance candle, but Fibonacci, yeah, so yeah, come on. 38, yes, a bit. If there will occur balance candle, then you can do it again in British pound, US dollar. That's an interesting idea. So but the best idea was a little bit lower. Here was the balance candle. There was the best entry to go long to the point of control. And let's have a look to Euro British pound. More. That's not longer really interesting because we are, you see, we are circling around the point of control. So what's the trend? The trend is this one, move, correction. Nah, come on. It's the fourth trend arm, by the way. 1, 2, 3, fourth trend arm. And we are circling around the entry at the point of control. Nah, not for me. And we are so close to the point 2. You see, there is the point 2. So that's your chance. Okay, that's not really cool. So I wouldn't do that. Not in this currency pair. Okay. So my question for you today, are you still getting very emotional while trading, by the way? And 62% says, I say I'm still working on it. That's really, really cool. 29% says, oh, not anymore. Okay, that's really cool if you work without any emotions, by the way. And 10% must confess, yeah, I'm too. And I'm one of the 10% because I'm still emotionally in trading. Because why? You know why? I'm not a robot. I control my emotions. Yes, but I still have emotions, especially if you're on a deep drawdown phase. So the point today is how or why we are getting emotionally in trading. Because the point is, after a question of time, we always ask ourselves these questions. So, because you have losses, so which means you figure out you have to change your mindset. Why is it? The way you used to think and act in your life doesn't work in trading anymore. So just this quick example. So you learn something new, like a new language, hobby, or job. And afterwards, you become an expert. And normally, you will get the same positive results. Always. Because that's the way. You learn a lot, vocabulary, grammar, and so on. And you talk a lot, you write a lot. And afterwards, you become an expert. And after a while, you can speak the language very properly. That's fine. And the more you talk the second language, the first one is German or English, whatever. The second one, then people will understand you. So, and with this works in our whole life. If you learn a job or whatever it is, it works like that. You do a lot and you get good results. stick to rules, you always get a good result. So, and now you come to trading, you learn a strategy, you stick to the rules, you do the same things always, but you get different results and even you get losses. Result, what happens in your mind? What the heck is going on? That's just confusion. And I understand it because I went the same way in my past. It's confusing for your mindset because this is not the way you manage your life. And that's the big difference. So, and what is the normal way people act if they make this experience? They change the system. Because normal people say, okay, it's not possible that I stick to rules, I do the same, and I get every time different result. Every time. And most of the times you get losses. So normal behavior of every human being is change the system, change the strategy. So what's the next result? You change the strategy, you change whatever, and you do it again. And after a while, you figure out the same. You have a couple of winners, and then you have a couple of losses, and you must, on your mindset said, danger, 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 it works again. It's the same procedure like the last time. Yeah, stupid strategy, change it again. And you change it again. And same experience. And you change it again. You jump to the next educator, you jump to the next broker, you jump to the next whatever. And you make always the same procedure. Always the same experience, always. Until the time you figure out its probabilities. So therefore, at that point, you have to ask different questions. For example, why did you start at all, trade with trading at all? Yeah, of course, we want to make money. But to be honest, you haven't made as much money as you wanted with trading. So even worse, it could have the opposite result where you lose money. And most of the times, a lot of traders lost everything. And if you had some life or maybe spiritual goals, like finding your inner center or getting inner freedom, you must confess that trading takes you completely out of yourself. And you are confused, you feel anger, and you are rude to yourself, your family, and your friends. Did you ever make this experience that you were focusing on your trading and you were in your office, on your room, at home maybe, and you're trading and you lose money? Yeah, and you're really, oh, Jesus Christ. And at that moment, your wife came in or your kids come in and they ask you something. What was your reaction? I know it. I did it. And I lost my family about that. And this is what I don't want. I want to teach you in that way. Even if it goes really worse, your family is not part of it. It's just on you. So always be kind to your family and to your friends because they cannot feel what you feel. And this is the point. You have to change your mindset. And this is why you need an education. Yeah, how you can manage all your trades, how you can handle a drawdown situation, and why and how you can handle it to become successful in the long run. And this is we should think about. And really want to teach you, really to teach you that you can become successful in the long run. But please be never rude to your family, to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your friend, to your kids, to your dog, to your cat, to your bird, whatever is there, because they are not responsible for our behavior in the markets. Talk to them. Connect them with you. What you feel there, especially for us guys. it's so important because we have an ego, yeah, and we don't talk about our feelings, right? Never. A man is never talking about the feelings, yeah. And the worst case is if a man must cry. And here in my office, I have a lot of guys sitting there that were crying because they lost everything. And you know, sometimes for me, it's emotionally too, if you think about my past and what I lost in my trades, in my life, by the way. But guys, no, we are judging ourselves, we are blaming ourselves. Yeah, we go outside and we hit something, a tree or whatever. Yeah, but we never talk about our feelings, right? Never. But in trading, it's necessary that we talk about it because it brings us completely out ourselves. And our wife, if you have one, so I don't have one. So by the way, so I have to talk to my cactus, by the way, and to my mentor, by the way. So, but if you have a family, bring it into trading, talk to them, yeah? And believe me, even they don't understand it, but they can support you, they can encourage you, but be honest, talk about your losses and bring it into them. Bring your family into your trading, and maybe they can help you if they say stop it right now. And this is what I want to say, what I want to teach you. Yeah, trading is not important. It's a way to make money, but your family is much more important than every red and green candle. Yeah, because your family will give you love. Trading is completely neutral. Trading will never give you love. And this is so much important in our life to become happy. Yeah? So this is what I want to talk to you today. So I wish you a wonderful day. Maybe we see each other in a live trading room or tomorrow. And as always, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.